Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday, March 2nd. Ooh, the year is going by quickly. Back at you with another one of those videos. I snapped. Okay, today I want to talk about what touring is really like. Now, I've been doing touring like almost half my life. I first started touring internationally in 2003. That's 15 years ago. I'm 35, so not quite, but almost half my life. And it's something that is like sometimes the most fun thing in the world, sometimes the most boring thing in the world. Sometimes you make money, sometimes you lose lots of money, but there's always stories. And like, I don't regret really any tour I've been on because I think it's made me a stronger performer, a better rapper. It's helped me deal with people. The way I tour is, I've never had the luxury of being with a big label or anything like that, nor have I really wanted to. For me, touring has always been about how many people can I connect with to share my story and share my creativity. So it requires money. And so like when you go on the road, you want to make sure that the venues have they give you a guarantee so you can cover your costs. Usually what happens is what you get paid to play the show pays for your travel and hotels and stuff like that. And then the merch is where you make your money. So if people aren't at the show, they're not going to buy merch. So you want to make sure that you're with a promoter who lets people know that you're coming to the town, yada, yada, yada. There's so much to consider. And let's say a promoter gives you a good guarantee and you don't bring enough people to cover the guarantee. Next time you come back, you won't make the same guarantee. So with touring, you really want to make sure you're always expanding your business. And a lot of good, smart touring is making sure you can go on the road with acts who are similar but different enough to have an audience who, when they see you, they go, oh, that's interesting. So winning over people who haven't seen you, which is harder than honestly than headlining. I've been lucky to headline some tours, and especially in the UK and Australia and a little bit in the US. And there's nothing better than being able to play an hour set for people who know your songs, who want to see you. But you got to pay your dues. And I feel like I still am paying my dues, and I feel like I will always pay my dues. So people say, okay, they say to me, I want to tour. What advice do you have for me as a musician? My situation was crazy because I started way before social media, and really studying in the UK in 2003 is what helped open doors for me, because I was able to sign with an indie label there who saw me locally. And then I was able to work with a management company that was based in Canada that had international resources. And so when I did Laptop EP and The Graduate, there was all this interesting synchronicity of the indie record world mixed with the international community mixed with the fact that I was excited to give the stuff away on the internet. So that's how I got my start. And I sampled the right bands that people heard. And then bands like Bowling for Soup took me out on tour. And then luckily, my friend Howie, who was my manager for a few years, knew Kevin Lyman, and that's how the Warped Tour thing happened. And then in the meantime, little things happen along the way. Like MC Chris and I worked together because we played a college show together. Frontalot and I met just because we were both living in Brooklyn and we'd heard about each other's music. Patent Pending and Suburban Legends, we hooked it up. And it's just been it's been a crazy time. So how did it happen? Well, it was chance. But they say you got to be ready for it. My challenge now is, as I'm 35, I always want to tour a little bit every year. And I think that touring can be really bad on your health because you don't sleep. You eat Whataburger and In-N-Out and all this stuff. I'm trying to be better about that. But it's really if to tour DIY punk rock in a van or a car with boxes of merch forever, I don't know. It's this question of how far are you willing to go for your dream? Part of me will say when I'm 60, I'll still want to be playing clubs for a few weeks a year and go internationally. Part of me is I don't know, maybe I just want to do more stuff on the internet and tour selectively and play one-offs and do other work in the meantime. But at the end of the day, touring is fun. Some of my best friends in my life I've met through touring, like Cuckoo Kangaroo and freaking Mega Ran and, people like that, who really are ride or die great homies. So that's it. That's what touring is really like. It's like war, not to downplay war veterans or anything, but it's super, super exciting at times and it's so boring at other times. So you just got to keep your brain active and be okay, well, I got to get from here to here to here. I got to set up this, this, and this. I got to remember these lyrics. And there's something at the end of the day dope about doing it yourself, which I think is like the punk rock manifestation. Even if, if I'm playing in a club for 5 people or the sound guy and like 2 friends, it's still better than not touring, I guess, because the next day you might have a sellout show, or the next day you might meet some awesome producer who wants to make a track with you, or the next day you might see like Mark Twain's childhood home. It's just exciting. So for any of you young musicians who want to get into touring, I'd say just work on your stuff, put it online, give it away for free, try to create something new every day, and play locally. And there's really no one way to do it, except that life is an adventure, and we're all blessed to be here. I'm MC Lars. Thank you for watching my video diary. More flavor coming soon. Peace.